Hello, everyone. When you think about health and wellness, you want to find ways to reduce stress. And unfortunately, finances can cause an excessive amount of stress and heartaches for many individuals. Over the pandemic, in fact, Americans' priorities with their finances has changed, especially when it comes to retirement. Well, I recently spoke with a director from Fidelity Investments all about what you can do and how you can reprioritize your finances in hopefully a stress-free way.
More than 8 in 10 of Americans say the events of the past year have impacted their retirement plans, with 1/3 estimating it will take 2 to 3 years to get back on track, according to Fidelity Investments' recent State of Retirement Planning study. So how can we put a strong retirement plan in place regardless of age or income level? Well, today we are lucky to be joined by the Director of Retirement and College Leadership at Fidelity Investments, John Boroff, to discuss. Thanks for being here, John.
Thanks for having me.
Compared to where people stood at the start of the pandemic, what are Americans most concerned about when it comes to financial matters?
Yeah, when it comes to their overall financial wellness, people are a little bit less concerned this year about their ability to pay their monthly bills, and they're more focused on things like making their money last and paying for health care in retirement. Some really great news that we found from our study is that despite the adversity that so many people have experienced in the last year, the vast majority still feel that they're going to be able to retire on their own terms. In fact, 36% said that they're actually more confident now than they were last year at the start of the pandemic.
What is the impact planning can have on improving confidence levels?
Planning is critical. This study reinforced something that we've seen over and over again, and that is that people who have a well-thought-out plan tend to have the highest levels of confidence, and they're best situated to deal with difficult times. When we asked people where in the process they started to relax a little bit, the most common answers were planning-focused things like setting goals, meeting with an advisor, or simply sitting down with a spouse or partner to discuss their plan.
The study also showed millennials are actually more likely than Gen Xers or Boomers to have a firm plan in place for retirement. Why is this?
Yeah, we were surprised to see that. It's great to see so many millennials taking positive steps to secure their financial future. I think part of the explanation comes down to the definition of a plan depending on the stage of life you're in. So for someone who's 30 or more years away from retirement, a plan can simply mean that you're saving, that you have a target saving amount, and that you have an understanding of the investment types that you need to be invested in to achieve your goals. As you get closer to retirement, it becomes a little more complex, so there's a little more work there to be done. You have to start to factor in what your target retirement age is, what your lifestyle goals are for retirement, and then getting your income sources set up and making a decision about when to take Social Security benefits.
Do you have any tips to help people improve their chances of retiring with enough money?
Yeah, absolutely. Regardless of your age or income level, there are steps that anyone can take to help improve their retirement readiness. So maybe the 3 most impactful things that you can think about are your savings rate. So at Fidelity, we recommend a savings rate of 15%, which can seem aggressive if you're juggling multiple financial priorities, but that does incorporate your employer match if you have access to that. And if you do have access to an employer match, you want to make sure you're contributing to your 401k at least to that level. Otherwise, you're leaving free money on the table. The second thing that you can do is you definitely want to establish and revisit regularly your asset mix. You want to make sure that you're invested in an age-appropriate way that lets you take advantage of growth opportunities when that's appropriate and becomes more conservative over time as you approach retirement. And then the third thing is actually your retirement age itself. The new work environment that's been brought about by COVID means a lot more people are working from home, and that makes working longer for some people a more attractive prospect. If you're able to work longer, there's some obvious benefits there. One, you can continue to save longer, and that includes catch-up contributions that kick in when you're 50. 2, you can stay on your employer's health care plan longer, which means lower health care costs in retirement. And 3, it makes that decision about waiting till full retirement age to take Social Security benefits slightly easier if you reduce or eliminate the gap between your actual retirement age and full retirement age.
Where can we go for more information, such as checking individual retirement scores to know where we stand?
Yeah, the best place to go is fidelity.com/score. And then by answering a few questions, you can establish your baseline and get started from there.
Well, thank you so much, John, for talking with us today. I appreciate your time and helping us get prepared for retirement.
Thank you for having me.